What's going on, guys? It is MurderInc here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we're going to be talking about Stage 20 of the Dragon's Lair for another world record run, coming in at 17 seconds. For this team, we will be using Renegade, Kymar, Dracomorph, Taurus, as well as Xavia once again. A little bit similar to the previous run that I showed you guys in the Fire Knight. However, this one is completely auto, so it's a lot better in that sense. There was a video showing this exact team 1 second slower with double Kymar. The Kymars, if I do remember correctly, weren't ascended. There is some synergy with ascending Kymar where he doesn't increase the turn meter on his reset when he isn't ascended, so that possibly played a role. Or the 18-second run just didn't find that perfect run to hit the 17-second mark. So without wasting any time, let's get right into how this run works and take a look at this awesome 17-second run. Alright, so here we are straight out of the gate. We have Dracomorph going first, and we have that awesome synergy with Taurus and Xavia just completely nuking everybody. We have the first reset happening so everything can repeat itself once again. And now we're here at the boss. We're cycling through a few cooldowns first for the final reset, and there's that 18-second run. The next one is actually going to be the 17-second run. The condition for this is the second wave being completely one-shot, so a few things can go wrong in this run, and the slowest run that I've personally seen while running this is 40 seconds, worst case scenario, 1 or 2 people die. Usually this averages between 17 to 21 seconds, and more often than not we are hitting that 17 or 18 second mark very consistently. As you can see here, once again, Renegade, Dracomorph, Prince Kymar, and Taurus are the support champions, and Xavia is doing all of the legwork here and making sure this run goes as fast as possible. She's an awesome champion. You can use Elenaro if you wanted to replicate this. She would definitely be slower, and a lot more damage would be required from the supporting champions to get through all of these waves to make sure you hit that dragon in a decent time and have enough damage to one-shot the dragon once you finally do get there. Now that we went over the run, you guys got to see it live in action, how everything works. Let's go over the champions really quickly. Xavia, once again, does have the same problem as we did have in Fire Knight. You don't want to gear her with too many stats or she's going to one-shot the first wave, and to get the fastest time possible, you don't want to be one-shotting the first wave. However, if you do want to take a more consistent approach, I did find that you can get in the mid-20s, I'm going to say 99.99% of the time, just to cover myself in case I miss something and someone gets some crazy interaction where it doesn't work. But if you do one shot that first wave, everything does still work. It's a little bit slower as mentioned, but everything will sync perfectly after that. So what's really important to take away from here is actually 198 speed, 100% crit rate, decent crit damage, obviously enough accuracy for where she is landing those debuffs. And I do have more attack than I did have in the Fire Knight dungeon because there's a lot more room to play with. Xavia is another champion who is fully booked once again. For Masteries, we do have Helm Smasher. Evil Eye isn't as important in this dungeon, but Master Hexer is definitely worth noting as far as Masteries go. The next champion we have on our list is in fact Prince Kymar. 149 speed, 100% crit rate. Everything besides the speed is not needed. So the main takeaway is the speed. Giving him 100% crit rate, accuracy does add a little bit to the run, especially if you do have one of those low probability cases where something goes wrong. Giving him some additional wave clear will definitely not hurt your run, so this is kind of just a failsafe. This is another champion that is completely booked, and as far as Masteries go, he does have War Master to kind of whittle down the dragon just in case there's bad RNG with the poisons to one-shot the boss. The next champion we have here is Dracomorph. Dracomorph is running at 243 speed, 98% crit, 231 crit damage, 4500 attack and 288 accuracy. Once again, way too much accuracy. Big takeaway, 243 speed. Ideally, you do want him to have 100% crit rate and at least 200% crit damage, because there are some mobs that he has to kill in the first wave to make this quick run possible. Dracomorph is completely skilled, and as far as Masteries go, he's also running Helm Smasher and Master Hexer. Those are the only two big takeaways that you need to know if you want to replicate this. Fourth champion we do have in this list is actually Renegade. She's running at 109 speed. That's the big takeaway here. There is a little bit of plague with their speed. It can definitely be a little bit slower. And as you can see, obviously I decided not to put any other gear on her. You can put gear, you just have to watch very closely. If she is too quickly, things will desync. So make sure you keep in mind if you're going to build this team. This champion is fully booked and her masteries are incomplete. She does have War Master, and outside of War Master, none of the other talents actually matter for this champion. Moving on to the final champion of the list, we have the awesome Taurus, who's one of the key members in making sure that Xavi has enough poisons to one-shot all of the trash waves. 217 speed here, 100% crit rate, decent accuracy. Outside of the speed and accuracy, nothing else here is really needed. This champion is also fully skilled, however you only really need his A3 fully booked. The rest of the skills don't matter at all. And as far as masteries go, once again, all you need is Master Hexer, as well as War Master is going to help, but not really required. If you want to save some energy, just get up to Master Hexer and you will be fine trying to replicate this going forward. As always, what I want to do, give credit where credit is deserved. I want to give a huge shout out to Infinite as well as 4K for doing this run, especially with using Renegade instead of Kymar. This was a lot of fun to work with, and I'm really glad I got that screenshot and that consistent 17 seconds so I could show you guys what the fastest dragon run in the world actually looks like. I've been kind of debating on whether or not there is a faster way to do this. There is some playroom once we get to the actual dragon boss, but we do have to cycle a bit, so in theory it is possible to get 15 or 14 seconds on the dragon. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. I'm going to work on that, and maybe I'll have another video with an even faster time, but obviously 17 seconds is fast enough. Even 30 seconds is very quickly. You're going to be burning through your energy like no tomorrow, so this is really good if you want to farm overnight, if you're willing to spend the money and need that good gear. As everybody knows, Dragon is the most important dungeon in the entire game. As far as farming goes, there's a lot of the gear that's very crucial to any kind of progression no matter where you're at. Alright guys, that's it for me today. Thanks a ton for watching. I do have the next group of videos that I'm going to be releasing are going to be arena focused. I know a lot of people asked for it and I really appreciate the feedback on that. Let me know what you guys think of this dragon run. I know I saw a lot of people saying some of these speed run world records are going to go through more energy in 10 minutes than I can do in a few hours. That's definitely a really good point. This is strictly for fun and to show people some new options they have if trying to build a team and want to be a little bit efficient with it and trying to make it as quick as possible. So outside of that, definitely keep an eye out for the arena videos. The next video I'm going to release is going to be how to counter the blender composition that's everywhere in arena now with the 100% success rate without needing any type of speed boosting champion. I'm really excited to show you guys. I think you guys are going to love it. It's kind of going to be a game changer for a lot of people just getting burned through. It's a really easy thing you can build and throw it in your arena team. The champion requirements aren't too heavy. You can actually build it without any legendaries at all, which is really cool. And this is something that you can put in your defense or just have to use against any team on your arena list that you see that has a blender team, where you can just make them completely useless, especially since a lot of people don't build blender teams correctly. And this will even work in high platinum against the best blender teams in the entire game. So really excited to show you that. Don't forget, if you like this content, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss my next video on that blender team, and I will see you all in the next upload.